Welcome back to LizardSEO.com training video series on using the WordPress platform. In our first video, we took a look at registering a blog at WordPress.com and a few basic features of the dashboard. In this video, we're going to cover editing posts and pages and show you a little more in-depth on the features and functionality of the WordPress platform. To get started, let's go ahead and pull up what we did in our first video. I went ahead and opened up a browser. Particularly, this is Chrome, but you can use whatever browser you like. And we're going to revisit the blog that we started. I particularly started lizardseoblog.wordpress.com. So you just enter that in the address bar of your browser. That will pull up what you've done so far. To enter the dashboard, all we have to do at the very end of our domain in the address bar, type in wp-admin. If you've chosen to remember the password in your browser, you should jump right to the dashboard. If you didn't remember the password in your browser, you would have to enter in your user ID and your password to be able to get to the dashboard. Okay, on the left-hand side, again remember that this is our navigation bar for our WordPress blog. Let's go ahead and edit one of our posts, change around some of the text, and add a link as well. So we'll show you how to do that. On the left-hand side, if this post menu is not open, go ahead and open your post menu. You have features of edit, add new, post tags, and categories. Remember, add new is where we go to create a brand new post. Edit is where we go to change around and edit a post that we've already created. So I'm going to click edit. When we click edit, it's going to give you the choices of your different posts that are currently in your blog. We started new post, so I'm going to click on new post. And this will open up the work we did in our first video. Let's first look at some of our editing features here on the menu just above our post. Here's our title again. You can change and edit your post title at this point. You can feel free to make any additions or changes that you'd like there. Underneath here is our edit menu. You'll see there's a few features here. On the right-hand bar, here's an important button. It's called the kitchen sink. So we're going to click that, and that opens up new features right below that. So say we need to change this post to a different color. We first, as in most editing programs with HTML, website editing, you first highlight the words. For instance, if we want to select the text color, we can use the drop-down menu here, choose a new text color, and that has been changed. You can do the same with aligning text, highlight. You've got text alignment buttons up here. You've got quotation buttons. You've got numeric order buttons. You've got bullet lists, bold, italic, strike through. Here's where we create a link. We're going to do that in just a minute here. You'll see there's an insert more tag so people can jump to a next view of the post. For instance, they get a little paragraph and then they hit more to get the full post view. There's a proofread spell checker. There's a full screen mode where you can toggle that to see more of your work and get a bigger edit area. Down here you can change the layout tags of your text. Primarily paragraph is pretty straightforward and standard what you're going to be using. It defaults to the style sheet of the WordPress blog. You can go down here and select heading. You can select lots of different items right in there. So we're going to stick with paragraph. There's underline, full alignment, again our color change. You can paste as plain text or paste from Word. We generally advise to discourage copying and pasting from Word documents. It adds a lot of extra HTML coding, a lot of mess. You can see a lot of problems and errors if you do that. So what you want to do is paste directly from a plain text document. It tends to work a lot better. You can remove formatting. You can insert custom characters. You can indent. There's lots of features here. You're going to want to use those to edit and make the blog look the way you want. Okay, we've covered the edit menu. Let's go ahead and, for instance, take a look at adding a link. For instance, we want to add a link to our website, lizardseo.com. So I'm going to go to a new line here. Again, with editing, you can place your cursor wherever you'd like if you want to add some more information. So all I did was place the cursor at the end and hit return to go to a new line here. We're going to type in visit lizardseo.com. Okay, So we want to make that a link. So the first step in making that a link, you have to highlight what you want to link from. So we want to link from that whole block of text. So we highlight the whole thing. Next we go up here and hit our link menu button, which is right there. That opens up a new window. You enter in your link. You can change target if you wanted to open it in the same window or a new window. Uh, Opening the link in the same window will basically when somebody clicks on that, that will open in the same window that they're viewing the blog in, so they navigate away from your page. Open link in new window means that it will open another window or tab depending on how their browser is set up, and so they will still stay on your page. In general, if you're moving out of the blog, it's a lot of times a good idea to use the open link in new window feature, just so people will retain the information on your blog and can go back. You don't lose them and they don't navigate away. So we're going to hit open link in new window. And when you're done, you hit insert, or if you'd like to take it out, you can hit cancel. We'll hit insert. If you notice the text color changed, and that changed to a link. Okay, so we're going to update post so we can take a look at what we did. Again, update post, it saves the changes and updates those changes. And we're still saving here for one more second. We have been saved. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at our site. Again, this is the link to take a look at what you've done. So we're going to right click on that, open a new tab. Now you'll notice here's our new post and here's the link right here. So we click on that link and it opens up the lizardseo.com website in a new tab. So people can navigate, again, if they close that tab, they're going to navigate back to this window. Great feature to keep people on your website and make your website a little more sticky, so you don't lose people from your site. Okay, that's the edit menu. If you go down here, you can type an excerpt, which is going to be basically a description of your blog post. So it's going to be kind of a short, condensed version of what you've done. Trackbacks are basically for old blog systems. Scroll down a little bit, you'll see discussion. You can allow comments on this post. Now, most WordPress blogs are set up for you to moderate comments, so if people make a comment, it's not posted directly on your blog, but instead it goes through a moderation process. Trackbacks and pings, that's a good idea to leave that set. And the bottom, there's some post revisions that will list every time that you've saved and changed that blog, which is handy because you can actually go back to previous versions if something happens and you make a mistake or error. On the right hand side, let's cover this menu just a little bit also. Again, preview change. You can change status. If you've published a blog and don't want to publish it anymore, you hit this edit button. You can change to drop down and change to draft. Once you change that, you can hit OK. Visibility, you can make certain pages public or private on your website. Meaning if you want the certain people to have access to the site, that certain page, but not everybody, you can change and edit to make it public, password protected, or private, which is a great feature if you have protected content on a page of your blog. Let's say you have a newsletter you want to collect emails before you let people have access to, then that's a great way to do that as well. Again, here's your update post button. You also have a delete button. Now these tags are important. You want to tag, these are kind of like keywords. Really the tags are going to be used for people if your blog has a search feature. These tags are going to be what's essential for people to find the content on your blog. So for every post and page that you write, you're going to want to put a tag in there that shows people exactly what's on that post so they can easily find it and search your blog. Underneath here, you can categorize your posts. Right now we have uncategorized, but you want to really pay attention to the categories and make sure your categories are accurate because you want people to find your information easily and quickly. So you really need to add categories, make sure everything is categorized correctly. Basically, these edit features are very similar to the page edit features. Let's take a look at that real quick. We'll go to About. Again, you'll see the same editing menu here, same features over here. On the page, you have a few more options. You can change your parent page, so you can have sub pages, or you can have parent pages. Meaning, if you want in-depth kind of drop-down, drill-down navigation, you can do that. You can also change a different template for that page. Well, this has been our second video training series on using the WordPress platform. We hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know if you have any questions. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Be happy to help you further. And please look forward to more videos in this training series.